skin, you gotta chill with the transphobia.
Yeah.
Because you're first in line. Big women. If you're with the transphobia and you're a bigger woman,
you're also going to be subject
to
it.
You gotta stop. You gotta chill.
It's going to hurt all of us.
It's going to swing on your ass, too.
And I'm a big bitch, too. That's why I was like, I have been called a man many times. Yes, many times. Before this, too, I've been called, I've been accused. It's all of that. That's why I said all of our oppression is tied together. It's all tied together, so it's very upsetting to me when women of color are TERFs, too.
So they're having a conversation about transphobia. Hi everybody, it is Princess Ariel, your TS Skydoll Ariel, thank you. And I just wanted to come in and just kind of, reiterate that a lot of people are saying that T.S. Madison is calling black American heterosexual women, cisgendered women, or however y'all call yourself. I'll lose context at some point. That you guys experience transphobia, being murdered, being attacked, being assaulted, being called men, being called, all these things, which I agree it's true because I've seen it in my lifetime. Not only happened to myself, but it also happened to real women. I will start with one of the ones when Barack Obama got elected as president and Michelle Obama came out as a first lady, and then people were on Facebook, Instagram, all over social media calling her, she looks like a man, she looks like she works out a lot. They were calling her a gorilla. They called her everything but the son of God. I swear. And it was coming from a lot of non-melanated people. So, to now come back and say that, oh, that's not true, there's too many examples sitting right here in our faces where people be doing this stuff. Do you guys remember Jess Hilarious from The Breakfast Club, who just can't keep transphobia off of her lips, out of her own confession on that show, saying that she was a victim of mistaken to be a trans woman by a gentleman that was approaching her and stuff like that, and how the man thought she had the male body part on her and was wanting to do things with her, and she had to remind him that she was a real woman with with a little Kit Kat that works. Now she's a mother. Now as a mother, you're out here in the world still being transphobic, like you're the black version of J.K. Rowling, except you don't have her money, baby. That lady's a billionaire. And so the list can just go on, and we're just talking about celebrity people. We're not even talking about the amount of black women who have been mistaken just by, with the new Trump policies about the bathroom ban. So you have these black lesbian women going into public bathrooms and being harassed, arrested, chased out because they look too masculine. 9 times out of 10, these are darker skinned women who either identify as non-binary or gay or lesbian, or queer. Some of them are just but they're still, at the end of the day, they're real women. And this is a problem because you have these people out here who really want to just put a tap down on the T in the LGBTQ. And so, education and understanding is elevation. And if there are black women out there who don't agree, you're not agreeing because the only thing you hear is, oh, if somebody says that, that must mean I'm a man. No, they're not saying you're a man. They're saying colonialism has whipped you into a frenzy, and it ain't going anywhere until you guys realize that you're wasting your time squabbling over men who don't want you. Those men don't want you. Because if they wanted you, they would be with you. And I be seeing them every day I go out my door with any race of woman but a black woman. And y'all still sitting over there trying to blame a trans woman. Open your eyes. There's so many men on this planet that are non-melanated all over the world that love dark-skinned women, that will date you and will be faithful to you and all of the things. But you choose to stay over there in that mess and squabble and fight over a group of men who may or may not be attracted to whoever they want to be attracted to. Because the way I look at it, they be attracted to any and everything that they want to be attracted to, and they're going to do any and everything that they want to do. I don't know why they're always at the center of this whole thing, in the midst of non-melanated people telling you what you can and can't do with your body. Let's start with that. You ran down there and voted for Orange. He turned around and told you what you can and can't do with your body. And somehow he himself has an issue with trans children, who some of them are black, dark skinned, who are now losing health care that they need. They now are losing rights to play games and stuff at school, to participate in school. So you whether just step on a little kid, all of this stuff is like symbiotic. It all ties in together. And it's all based off of colonialism. And I hope some of you guys eventually get the message. I know a lot of you won't, because you're stuck in your head about being, people are going to look at me like I'm a man. People are calling, that's not what that is it's about. You know, that's what you want it to be about, but that's not what it's about. And a lot of you guys are kind of make it about that, but that's not what it's about. But you better believe when you leave out your door as a black, dark-skinned woman, it's people out there in the world that will tag your ass. They will tag you. So you better be careful. Get you some mace, pepper spray, something to protect yourself. We do. We have to. Every time we leave out our door, we don't know if we're going to be attacked. We're going to be assaulted. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, because you have colonialism in this country that is telling you that this is what it is and this is how it has to be. And you're giving up your rights. A lot of you will give up your freedoms and your rights and lay down and open it up for the orange. And as you're doing that, you can kiss your identity goodbye, kiss your rights away, because you're going to be right back there with your ancestors, fighting, trying to figure a way out. And then you're fighting with the wrong people. How are we squabbling with each other, and we all come from each other? We all come from dark-skinned women. It doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. Now, if you go out in the world and you choose to date outside your race and date whoever you fall in love with, that's not the issue. The issue is that you somehow have got it in your head that you're being erased because you've seen someone that is more attractive to you who identify as female, but you know that they're not born a certain way. That's being transphobic. So sometimes you got to come to terms with what's really going on with you internally. Some you have self-hatred. You know you're not that attractive. You know that you may or may not, fit the European standards of beauty, but you still want to get mad about that and go out there and blame those transgender women who are out there living their lives and doing the things that they want to do, and they're happy. And you don't want them to be happy because you can't be happy in your life. And that's the problem. And my suggestion to a lot of y'all are, if you're that angry about trans people existing, what are you doing about yourself that makes your self-esteem so low that you feel like I'm being erased? I just don't understand how you are being erased. How can someone else breathing air erase you? That's enslaved mentality, squabbling, crabs in a barrel, that kind of thing. You're an individual person. You should feel good about yourself. You should feel good about who your parent is who gave birth to you. You should feel good about yourself. If you don't feel good about yourself, there's plastic surgery, there's the gym, there's, Ozempic, Wegovy, there's all of these things now that could improve your self-esteem. Whatever you have to do to make yourself feel good about you, you should go out there and do it. You shouldn't be listening to a society telling you that a trans woman is erasing you. That's stupid. And why are you fighting over men who don't want you? They're dating outside their race. They're dating whoever, anything but y'all. And still coming back every 5 minutes on this thing, trashing you and talking bad about you. Why don't you address your relatives, your uncles, your cousins, your dads, and all these who get on these phones and say all these negative things about you? Because I see it. I see it every day, and it saddens me that we as black American people are doing this to each other when the world around us is twirling and people are advancing and living their lives and growing great kingdoms, and we're squabbling about trans. And your president is the leader of all of that. And you're punch drunk on orange, honey. Just realize that's what you're doing. And when the wall falls down on top of you, oh well, we all gonna fall together. That's just what it's gonna be. I'm sorry. That's the fact. Cause guess what? We're all heading to the same direction. We're all going in the same direction. That's in the ground eventually. So how you live your life while you're here, what you put out there into the earth, negative or positive, that's you. You as an individual person, you have the responsibility to be better than what you are. Like, share, follow, subscribe, leave a comment. Love you.
Dive into the magical world of Edwina's Bedtime Adventures by Ariel Williams. Join Edwina, the little hippo with a big imagination, as she drifts off to sleep and embarks on whimsical bedtime journeys. Whether she's saving the day as a brave firefighter, caring for patients as a nurse at Sunny Valley Hospital, or exploring the wonders of the jungle, Edwina's heartwarming tales will capture the imagination of young readers and spark endless bedtime giggles. This is an electronic book. You'll need an EPUB reader or PDF reader to enjoy this whimsical tale. Get your copy today at lulubooks.com or follow the link tree in profile to get your copy and let the adventure begin.
Gas Station Diaries by Adam King is a compelling collection of fictional stories drawn from the author's experiences working at a gas station during the tumultuous year of 2020. Set in the unassuming locale of Rainbow Land, the narrative unfolds in a place where time seems to stand still, yet unexpected drama and human encounters abound. This is an electronic book. You must upload an EPUB reader or a PDF reader to enjoy this book. Get your copy today at lulubooks.com and let the story unfold.
The Baker and the Handyman's Sweet Connection. In a quaint village nestled in a picturesque valley, there stood a small house in the shape of a mushroom. This whimsical home belonged to a young boy named Jamie, barely out of high school, who had a passion for baking. Inside, his cozy kitchen was always filled with the sweet aroma of cakes, cookies, and all sorts of delightful treats. What made his creation special was that each of his cakes was shaped like tiny mushrooms, a nod to his quirky home. Jamie's baking became the talk of the town. From birthdays to celebrations, everyone in the village adored his sweets.
Get your digital copy today at lulubooks.com and experience the adventure in EPUB or PDF format. Make sure you have a compatible reader to dive into this unforgettable journey. Don't miss out, unlock the secrets, and let the story begin.
Sable's Song, A Siren's Journey to Joy. Once upon a time, in a small, worn-out town in Middle America, there lived a little child named Sable. Worn into poverty, Sable's body was frail, so thin that you could see her bones, but her heart was filled with an exuberance that not even hunger could dull. Sable was awkward, with dark, deep-set eyes that sparkled with innocence and wonder. Despite being born a boy, Sable always knew she was different. Inside her lived a girl, bright and effervescent, waiting to bloom.
Get your digital copy today at lulubooks.com and experience the adventure in EPUB or PDF format. Make sure you have a compatible reader to dive into this unforgettable journey. Don't miss out, unlock the secrets, and let the story begin.
The Park of Secrets.
In the year 2060, near the heart of Florida, just a stone's throw from Disney World, stood a theme park unlike any other, a place known as the House of Secrets. It was a magical park, much like a state fair, filled with towering rides, carnival games, and parades that drew people from all over the world. But among the grand Ferris wheel and the colorful day parade, there was one attraction that outshined them all, the Parade Princess, a mesmerizing mermaid named Kenya. Kenya was a sight to behold. At 22 years old, fresh out of college, she had the kind of beauty that drew people to her like moths to a flame. Her brown skin glowed under the park lights, her hair a stunning mix of purple and pink that cascaded over her shoulders. Little pink hearts adorned her cheeks, and a ribbon of color stretched across her nose. But it wasn't just her beauty that made her special. Her eyes, big and almond-shaped, seemed to capture the hearts of everyone who saw.
Discover the magic of the Park of Secrets. Step into a world of wonder with the Park of Secrets, a heartwarming tale by Ariel Williams that will captivate your imagination. This enchanting story is now available exclusively on Lulu Books.
The Future, Daughters of Liberty, A New Dawn. In 2040, the United States was a fractured nation, still reeling from the fallout of Project 2025, the catastrophic policy that had allowed a resurgence of systemic oppression. The Deep South had seceded once more, forming the antebellum republic, where human trafficking, racial inequality, and gender oppression became tragically normalized. The Second Civil War erupted as the rest of the nation sought to free those trapped in this dystopian regime. After years of bloodshed, Kamala Harris had finally led the Union to victory, restoring a fragile sense of hope. But the battle scars ran deep, especially in places like Louisiana, where the remnants of a broken society still lingered.
Get your digital copy today at lulubooks.com and experience the adventure in EPUB or PDF format. Make sure you have a compatible reader to dive into this unforgettable journey. Don't miss out, unlock the secrets, and let the story begin.
A Dying Planet, The Last Harvest.
In the year 2060, Earth is a shadow of its former self, choked by pollution, endless concrete, and abandoned by nature. Only a small fishing village by the sea has managed to preserve the planet's last untouched forest. In this dying world, June and Win, two young girls and the last children in their village, cling to the remnants of hope and innocence. Win roams the forest, collecting the season's last harvest, while June sings songs that echo with a haunting beauty through the village.
Get your digital copy today at lulubooks.com and experience the adventure in EPUB or PDF format. Make sure you have a compatible reader to dive into this unforgettable journey. Don't miss out, unlock the secrets, and let the story begin.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say will happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.